Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronosplays Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Today, it's been a while. So yeah, it's been a while since I was able to record or do anything because I broke my computer. Now, we're getting back to it, right? It's been a long time though. It's been a few weeks. 2 weeks and like a couple days, right? So let's start. I can't believe it, 31st is the last time I actually recorded this. Oh, hi, right, Emma. How's it going? We already talked? We already talked. Yep. I don't know what we're doing. Oh, shit. There was evidence. We had to find evidence, right? Oh, fuck. I should probably watch the last episode. Panties? Fingerprint powder? Fingerprint analysis is very basic in modern forensic science. Doesn't just talking about it leave you breathless with excitement? No. Oh yeah, breathless. Actually, it does sound kind of interesting. Let me guess. If you find, let me know if you find any evidence that might have a print or two or something. Right. We already did that, didn't we? The defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife. Which means that, at the very least, he was here at the scene of the crime? That's highly possible, yes. That doesn't sound good. No use worrying about that. What's out there already. You just worry about what's yet to come. Uh-huh. Details. Options. No, that's auto. That's options. Right, and we already did the fingerprints. No clues here. That's bullshit. Right there. So the defense prints are on the knife? That would mean he was here the night of the crime. That's what I call irrefutable scientific evidence. Neat! Not so neat when it happens to be evidence against our client. Well, I mean, yeah, no, that's pretty bad. Panties? Sorry, but I don't wear panties. Autopsy report. Why did Dr. Merricktis die like this? I don't know. I can't even say his name. Pulling a noodle stand? Very strange. Inconceivable. I just don't get it. Some people just can't die normally. I mean, he's dead. Give him a break for one. But also, yeah, you're not wrong. Noodle stand? Sorry, but I don't give a fuck about that. Alright, move. So, I guess we can try the hospital, right? Slide. There we go. And I go inside. Just the garage. That is not what I need. The front entrance to the Merricktis whatever clinic. The walls and posts are so highly polished I can see my face in them. Hot dang, my hair looks good. You know, and it means something coming from me, right? A police car is parked in front of the clinic. It's empty. The police must be inside investigating. Let's look inside then. 3 shots for the price of 1. Looks like this is the banner for some campaign. 3 shots for the price of 1. Somehow I don't see people lining up for that. It depends on the shot, I guess. Yeah, we already examined everything in here. Okie dokie. Right agency? We were talking about evidence before. Present. This? What's that, Polly? Oh, I know. You want to see a magistrate? No. Okay. Panties? No. This. It's a knife, Trucy. Do you not know what a knife is? Oh my god. You have nothing to say about the autopsy report either? Okay. Yeah, so last time I remember it's like, oh, we gotta find this evidence. Let's come back here. Eye. Knife. Panties. Autopsy. Really? You have nothing to say about the autopsy? Thank you for nothing. Alright, so... Detention? The case. I think we should focus on finding more information about the case. You seem to be having fun. Of course, this is my first criminal investigation. And it's so mysterious. How Noodle stand pushing a dead man along. I think it was the other way around. The dead man was pulling the stand. But you're right about it being mysterious. I knew it. More information, that's what we need. Uh-huh. Tension? Hey, alright. It's 6 minutes of floundering. Sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes! I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father is talking to talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Bigwins Kataki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old? They're here. Nice apron. This guy radiates power. He radiates blindness. What are you talking about? He has no eyes. Power with a cute apron? You Walkie's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Bigwins Kataki, fourth head of the Kataki family, capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear. We gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. That's the big idea, old man. Oh my god. Can't treat me like a little kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be Walkie. You look like an idiot. Chronos. What? Don't judge people by appearance. Okay. I'm gonna. He drew whiskers on his face and put his hair up like cat ears. Chronos. What? A G's not a G till he does hard time. Bizoy. You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change. Silence. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me? I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. I mean, he just confessed. So much for talking to our client. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for this trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. Are you old enough to enter a bar? You should come and check it out. No? To be continued. I mean... yeah. Okay. Trial day 1. Oh no. So, okay. So what they did in other games is... eventually, after the first game, I think it was, you'd get, like, multiple days of trials, but you would have, like, time between each of those trials to gather more information. That's definitely going to happen here, because we have no information whatsoever. Oh, no. That painting of that judge is fantastic, though. Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. I mean, he did get hit by a car. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yeah, he smiles when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Yeah, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice! I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Do some now. I want to see, here. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's the kid? Good morning. Yo, what's up? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? Not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in there. See, that's the difference between you and me, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in jail or in pen, whatever. We have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they're both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fear is realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. June 16th, 10 a.m. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kataki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to judge, rock and roll, her judge. Oh, it's him! It's the guy from yesterday. He's the prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see. Prosecutor Gavin, not Professor. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know a little band I started in my free time? The thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? I guess, to be honest, I was a little concerned. I fear that you might be still distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, her judge. Are you supposed to be German? I can't do any accents, let alone German one. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see this true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? It was worth canceling a show or two. I mean, I am being sued to get all the refunds, but still. Understood. You may give your opening statement to the court. Before that, I was thinking... Is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, her judge. They're not supposed to be jumping. This is a courtroom. Octung, baby? Okay, 1 second. Where's my phone? 1 second. Actung. Danger? Danger. Okay, sure. Danger, baby! Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you just have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Pal Meritis, director of the clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was the doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean, undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone, Her Justice, glare at the punk at the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. What the fuck? 9! Not yet. First, there's a little matter to be cleaned up. Did you talk without the condiments? Accompaniment? Whatever the hell he said? I swear I could hear a guitar for a second! What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Her Judge. Why did little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the clinic?
Objection!
1 second. 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 1 My hands! Not so fast! The defendant doesn't have to explain that. What? Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requested to do so? As he did this morning. I want to give a shout out to all my homies. I believe he said. What? What is right? They always say that on stage you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he get you good, huh, Polly? This is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So you, son, are the defendant, Walkie, I believe. I ain't no son, old man. I ain't your son, old man. You step on a Katagi, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you best be prepared to step into jail. You gotta hand it to him, Walkie sure has guts. It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motives. From the defendant himself. This guy looks like he really fucked up his Naruto cosplay. I'll tell you one thing, the doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in. I got another doctor patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? What? You're saying you were the one of the victim's patients. A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I tell you one thing. That dog was whack. Wiggity wiggy whack. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all this. I'll tell you one thing. The doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in this. Okay, so I don't know why I started reading that again. I think my brain shut off for a second. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, pointy locks? Who do you think you are? Your defense attorney? Your lawyer? Yeah. Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. By someone you mean, was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor besides you, I mean? You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my mind and did what I had to do. Or had to be done, straight up gangsta style. But why were you so mad at the doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, G-Man. So you were a patient of his, patient at the clinic half a year ago? For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Could you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the rivals' family? That's when I pulled the jack move. And ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself. Hey, that was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the clinic from there. Apparently he was shot in the heart. Damn. Shot in the heart and he's still alive? I mean, yeah, you can live through that. I can catch bullets between my teeth. But I never learned how to catch them with my heart. Or catch them more than once, actually. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Couldn't even take out a stupid bullet. So you say the surgery was a failure? Ain't all of it, Holmes. So wait. Do you still have the bullet in you? Okay. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though her doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. A badder G than me. Okay. But you guys are like a crime family, right? Couldn't your dad have done something? Maybe not kill him, but like really fuck over his business? So this bullet is still there? You know what? I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Oh, shut up. Or something of that effect. Incidentally, that was one of my hit singles. Well, this sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, G-Man, or J-Man, whatever the hell your judge starts with. Were no accidents, that's what shizzle. It seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight. Make sure to lock those knees. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family health checkup? That was the wackiest thing of all. All those G's lining up taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away. Bzoy! A relief to hear. Huh? What's the relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, her doctor, Merrick, whatever, had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way, that's whacked. There is proof. Your checkup report. Apparently we're just breaking HIPAA. Results from the checkup. Like, did the father give us this? How ironic that... Actually, hold up one second. I mean, I don't think it matters if your father gave it to him because you're of age. So that would still be illegal, but sure. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. I mean, I could just go to a different doctor. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. We've had enough of a warm-up back here. Time to hear from the witness. Wacky serious quiet oath, then. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this the Gavin strategy? This guy from Elden Ring? Like... So, you will tell us your name and occupation. My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you mean something... okay. Sure. Yes, what he is saying. What? By which he means to say he is a student. Clearly, he's a fucking idiot. A junior at the Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... Her Stickler. Please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You ask quite simplicity. Oh my fucking god, don't! Sorry, I blacked out there for a second. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, the other man facing him. I saw them quite clearly, even though the image is very blurry. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Temple. What? Okay. So we know where we need to present that. Was there anyone else in the park at the time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. Court accepts this into evidence. Weapon left at the crime scene, 2 rounds were fired, fingerprints were wiped. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your cross-examination. Yeah, Your Honor. Trucy, why are you staring like that at the witness? That man! I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, God. Is this the dude that stole your panties? Okay. Is that where this is going? God damn it. Is that really? Okay. You know what? I wanted to examine that stuff, but that's fine. Press. On the way home from shopping, you say. Why go through the park? Why not? A fascinating inquiry. Revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, 24 seconds to complete. The time to complete 2 is on average 6 minutes. However, in the case of that question in the verbal category, I'd be like, okay, never fucking mind. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I've recording booked after this trial. I got a show to perform. Gee, sorry we're all so fucking busy. Maybe some of you shouldn't be here. Like the child. Were these men talking by any chance? Not that you mention it, they were. Though I can't claim I heard them directly. Or clearly. Only fragments such as, you lied to me. And I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal. It's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. But he wasn't shot in the heart, he was shot in the temple. If that's true, then this is a vital piece of testimony. Sounds like you heard him clearly enough to me. Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear on my diploma. What's the difference? And this other man, who was he? I mean, that actually is kind of important, right? Anyways, I mean, it's probably not as important as I thought it would be, but still. How can you be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark. Let me kiss my palm. Perhaps I was remiss to not mention this earlier. Huh? You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why? I don't know, so you don't get called on? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes. And this relates to your testimony how? I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is hard, immutable fact. He seems confident. Hey, Apollo, do you notice that my earrings look like the revive icon from Pokemon? Because Chronos did, and now he can't unsee it. He seems to be telling the truth too. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one just submitted as evidence? Actually, you know what? Now that we're here, details. Metallic object found near heart. Urgent exam needed. Okay. Oh. Whoa! Don't point that thing at me. Yeah, that's very bad gun safety. Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Magic guns, at least. The ones that pigeon come out of. Very reassuring. Yeah, don't point a gun at anything you don't wish to shoot, pretty much. What if it's not loaded, Chronos? Still, don't do it, please. Label reads fingerprint powder in some strange language. How do you know for sure? What if this is really a jar of something else, like jam or honey? Why would anyone go through the trouble? Well, so the police don't find out, that's why. I don't think possessing fingerprint powder is a crime. Oh, huh. I guess. That's boring. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, so a common witness would be tempted to say. Huh? I'm sorry, I completely don't know what you're referring to. Am I sure? Surely you jest. And the next one was... Okay, you know what? I have no idea. Yet I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park. Okay, never mind. Chronos doesn't want to read this anyways. I mean, I can kind of read it. I can't, like, read it aloud and read it as it goes by, though. I think it means he couldn't see it clearly. My badge for a normal witness. Never. That is never gonna happen. Yet the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised this weapon. And shot! Okay, so this is the last one we'll press, but we need to present the autopsy evidence afterwards. Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired? Yes! Of course it was one shot. Why do you ask? Aha! A contradiction, finally. Mr. Stickler, according to the court records, the pistol was fired twice. A clear contradiction. Good eye, Her Justice. You're cool, real cool. You really think so? No. Yet there's no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night. Meaning? The pistol came from the Kataki family mansion, y'all. I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During, perhaps, another altercation. He's got a point. Didn't from his expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before he even spotted the problem. Honestly, no, I kind of thought he was going to say they had ballistic testing to make sure the bullet from the victim matched up with the bullet for the gun, right? Because in order to do that, like, you need to fire a bullet from the same gun just so that the pin mark, it's like a fingerprint for a gun, or bullet, or, you know, it's like a fingerprint for a gun, the way it fires. That's how they match those up. I thought that's what they were going to go with. He seems pretty confident in his testimony. We always make the biggest mistake when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Chronos already found it, so you don't have to worry. Alright, so we want to present the autopsy report, I would imagine. Pure contradiction there. Whew, if that's all of it, I think I have a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see, Her Justice? Oh, yes. Yeah, sorry. Objection! Once it is quiet enough, Mr. John. Oh, once it's quiet enough, Mr. Apollo. Her Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Right. Look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right, a problem. Problem. Yes! The problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It's quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not... Okay, Jesus Christ. Wait, did that say Krypton? Mr. Justice. Yeah? What's your objection to these, Krypton particles things? This is the big time, and you're obsessed with something so small. You disappoint me. No, I'm not. I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report, you idiots. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. Duh, isn't it? It is, right? Finally. Objection! Her Justice. Oh, Her Justice. Yes? Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place, according to his testimony. Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? If someone goes, yeah, that guy was shot in the fucking forehead, and he was actually shot in the temple, those are two different places. Hey, her forehead. Forehead? Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, her forehead? Well, I'd probably scream, call the cops. I'd try to stop them? I'd probably shout stop. And you, that. Me? Well, I'd probably scream eek! And you, her Stickler. What'd you shout, I wonder? It's the victim if the victim turned his forehead at the very last moment, gulp. Okay. Yes, thank you for jogging my memory. Sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required. Okay. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried, with the composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang. Whereupon your cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I see, so you attempted to stop the crime. I don't believe you. Indeed, with composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he didn't shout like that. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of that nature. And the victim responded by looking in the victim's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as you can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report. It does seem to be the case. Witness the power of the junior in Ivy League's Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay. So you saw a raised pistol, weren't you frightened? Can be said we students in the Ivy University know no fear. That's bullshit. The moment I saw the pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action. That was certainly brave for you. You might have gotten shot. Huh? You certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind. I mean, yeah. No witnesses. It actually looks like he had no idea he was in danger. Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. Are you sure both men were able to hear you? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park. And the victim responded to this clarion call. Quite. Why can't I skip through the text now? Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim? Did you hear the gunshot at the same time the victim turned? Indeed. I would say about the same time, to be precise. The victim didn't ask you for help? He said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have the time to take a single step. I'm totally sure the killer fired because Mr. Stickler shouted that startled him. Don't say that too loud, Trucy, please. Can you describe the killer's action more clearly? Seemed quite surprised, especially considering he was the one who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed. I simply couldn't believe what he had done. He panicked, a common tale, but true. Unfortunately, before I could take further action... Okay. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? I mean... No, probably not. It all happened so fast. I'm afraid I hadn't the time. Then something about that strike he was on, Apollo? What? The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away. According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes. In that case, I expect to find something that we didn't find. Find something... Find what? I like that contradiction. Kind of sad to see it go. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? At least the testimony is getting a little clearer now. She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Okay. So, let's look at this stuff real fast. At the crime scene. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So the only thing I can think of here is the knife, right? Because this was tossed aside at the crime scene. I guess we'll try it, right? Objection! Music's still going. This evidence clearly reveals contradiction, Your Honor. No, it doesn't, apparently. Okay. Huh. What am I missing? What am I missing indeed? I don't know. But I guess I'll find out next time. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next episode. Have a great day. Bye.